Hello everybody, I'm JackieKCooper and this is my entertainment rundown for the week of May 5th. Well, this past weekend I went crazy and I saw 7 movies. So we don't want to just stretch it out too far. So I'm going to do 3 movies now and then put up another video that has another 4 videos. So technically, this is JackieKCooper's Entertainment Rundown Part 1. And the first movie I want to talk about is The Intruder. I've seen the trailer for this movie. It's about a young couple played by Megan Good and Michael Ealy. They are fairly well-to-do. I mean, they buy a house that costs well over $1 million, so they're very well-to-do. But they find this house, they want to move out in the country, and they buy it from the former owner, who is played by Dennis Quaid. And he tells them all the reasons that they should, purchase this house, all the things that are great about it. And they kind of, try to act hesitant, but they end up buying it. The problem is, although he says he's getting ready to move to Florida to live with his daughter, he doesn't leave. He keeps showing up. And it doesn't take any time until you find out that Dennis Quaid's character has a problem. And Dennis Quaid jumps on this role and just plays it to the hilt. He just lets it absorb him, and it's so much fun to watch. The movie itself, the guys, next door, he don't want to turn loose of his house, and he becomes fixated on the wife and, different things like that. But it's just the way that Quaid moves through this. The movie itself is rated PG-13 because there is profanity and there is violence. I scored it 7 out of 10, and this is basically because of 2 things. Dennis Quaid's performance, and this movie has a killer line as the last line in the movie. You've got to wait all the way through the movie and hear that last line. I loved it. So above average in a lot of ways, especially in Dennis Quaid's performance. Then I saw a movie named Clara. Now, it's spelled C-L-A-R-A, which I've always called Clara. Maybe that's just my southern accent. But in the movie, the girl's name is C-L-A-R-A, and she says it's pronounced Clara. But this movie has 2 big TV stars, Patrick J. Adams, who we all knew and loved from Suits. He is in it. He played Mike on Suits. And then Troian Bellisario from Pretty Little Liars. I never watched that show, but anyway, she's in it. And he plays a man who is disillusioned by life. He's had some tragedies in his life, and he's devoted everything to science. He wants to find, a proof of existence of life out in the solar system. So he's constantly looking for a place that resembles Earth and that, could sustain life. Bellisario plays the girl who comes into his life. She becomes his assistant, helps with his research, and of course there's a love story. This is a movie that is just right on the brink of turning into greatness, but it never does. It's good, I enjoyed it, but it never becomes that heart-wrenching love story that I thought it could be. It's rated PG-13. It's not rated, but I would give it a PG-13 for profanity in adult situations. I scored this one 6 out of 10, still above average. And I saw good movies this past weekend, so we had a 7 and now a 6. And then finally, I went to see UglyDolls. This is an animated film about the dolls that aren't perfect, and they live in Uglyville, and there's the perfect world that they keep thinking about, and they want to become, acceptable to the world so that they can go home with the child and be their doll. But they have to go through a lot to get that. This is a musical, and it's got 3 M's. It's a musical. It has a great message about nobody's perfect. We're lovable in spite of our flaws. And then it has Moxie, and that's the character voiced by Kelly Clarkson. Those 3 M's are really great, and they, sustain the movie. But it is missing an M, and that is magic. You just never get that thrill of a really great animated film. But the voice animation is great. Kelly Clarkson, come on, she talks, she sings, she's great. Also Nick Jonas, Janelle Monáe, Blake Shelton, Pitbull. I mean, this is an animated musical. I wish the songs had been a little bit catchier, maybe stay in your mind. They didn't. This film is rated PG because there is comic violence, but nobody takes it seriously. Anybody can go see this movie. I think the kids will enjoy it more than the adults. And again, it's got the music, the message, and Kelly Clarkson's character of Moxie, who's really an ugly doll that you can cheer for. I scored it 6 out of 10. I wanted it to be better. I wish it had been better, but it's still good. It's above average. So those are my movies for now. Like I say, part 2 will be coming up. Look down at the subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell to ring to give you notification. And let me say for now, this has been Jackie K. Cooper's Entertainment Rundown.